Good morning. It's a beautiful day here on Homestead. It's kind of nice. A little cool this morning, or cooler. Probably, I don't know, 68, 70. I had an idea this morning. The chicks are 2 weeks old. They're really feathering out pretty quickly. And I thought I might try to let them out. Maybe close this door and just kind of let them run around in here for a while and see how they do with some of the bigger chickens. But I'll need to let some of those chickens in here first. Alright, I let just a few over here just to see. The black ones are pretty docile. So I'm just going to open this gate and let the mama see. I don't know if you can. I need to see those little chicks though, because they're really feathering out already. Come on, mama. Come on. They don't know what to do because they've never been beyond that point. She's trying to get them to come out. I never did finish the trim here, so I've cut this piece, but now I've got, it won't go behind this board, so I've got to trim it with my saw, and then I want to put another like fascia piece down here just to kind of finish it out. So Few little finishing touches that I did today. I put the trim on the top to cap that off. I put kind of a fascia board here down the edge to kind of clean that up a little bit. And then I did the same over here, this board, to just trimming, you know, trimming it up. To me, it looks a whole lot better. To those who don't look at it every day, probably don't notice. I also put a board inside right there because this winter I'm gonna put some clear tin on there, and that's a little bit more than 4 foot. So I needed it moved over just a little bit so I can cut one 8-foot piece in half and use it right there. And then I'll also put some clear on this side. This is the kind of northwest side, and it gets a lot of wind and a lot of rain. So I just do that just to give them a little more protection. This will go down and stay down so they won't get rain inside their little house. But covering up just this side of it really gives them a bunch of dry space in there when it's raining. First time in the grass. You're liking it. Watching Mama. So let the babies out for the first time into the grass, into the open area to interact with a few of the hens, and that was successful. The mom came right out of the bat, you know, a little aggressive, but that's what, you know, that's nature. That's how it should be. She's letting the other hens know, hey, these are my babies, stay away from them, and they did. So I didn't want to, because I had most of the hens and the rooster locked up in a pretty small area so that they could go out into the yard. So I didn't want to leave that like that all day. So they're back in their little safe area, and we'll probably try it again tomorrow. And then probably after, I don't know, probably sometime next week, I would say I'll just let them out. Oh, that's it for projects today. It's actually fairly nice. I mean, it is pretty, I don't know, I think it's going to be about 87 today, which is a really nice mild day for our area. But it's Friday, and I don't want to do too much on Friday. I'm going to have a day to just kind of go have some fun. So I'm kind of wrapping this video up. I'm not sure. I did do a little more here. I'm putting some boards down in the ground so that something can't dig out, and then putting some bricks lining on the outside. That's just something I'm doing along the way, and I will come back and paint that black so it won't stand out. But as far as today's projects, I think we're going to call it a day. I'm not sure if that'll be the end of the video, but I appreciate y'all watching, and if you're not subscribed, just hit that subscribe button, and we'll see where we can get from here. I think it's been about a week since I gave an update on the garden, and of course this sage is really taking off. It loves the fall weather. And look at my little cabbage. They're looking really great. This is the Chinese cabbage, and this one looked terrible. I don't know if I can find the picture of it before, but it had really just all died, and so that it's even growing is great. Still getting a few green beans. I got a mess of green beans yesterday, and we ate green beans for dinner. So and then tomatoes as well. I picked probably 6 yesterday. Now they're not the biggest tomatoes in the world, which is fine. I don't know if I can see, by my hand. That's about the size of a Roma tomato, I would say. There's one, it's a little bit bigger. But they're not, they're supposed to be, about the size of a tennis ball. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay that they're a little bit smaller as long as I'm still getting them. It's almost October. We're only a few days away from October, and I'm still getting, look at this, okra and tomatoes and green beans. So yeah.